Hello guys, it's Jason here. So today we are back with a different kind of video. Now what I am doing today is something called a questionnaire video. So you guys voted on my Insta poll a while back. I said should I do a questionnaire video for YouTube, and you guys pretty much said yeah, 87%, 13% no. So here we are with a questionnaire video. So here's the way questionnaires work, at least from my understanding. So I have a whole bunch of questions on my phone right now because that's what I'm reading off of for the questions. I will post pictures later when I go to edit, so I'll post the pictures of the questions. The pictures are on my computer right now, but as soon as I'm done with this video, I will go and put those pictures in the video so you guys can go see what I'm talking about. But anyways, so the way questionnaires work is I read the questions off of my phone. Again, that's where the questions are, and I give you the answers and then I talk a little bit about it. So this video is going to be a bit of a how do I put it? It's going to be in my life stories, because I figured, you know, either that or it's going to be in a new section that I'm going to probably call questionnaires, but we'll see where that goes. I'm putting it under life stories if that happens, because I'm going to be talking a little bit about my life, and yeah, and we'll have fun from there. So the first question we are going to do is, do you think I can make it as an in real life streamer on YouTube? Now my response to that is that in 2018 anything is possible. The reason why I say that is because I do know a lot of YouTubers, especially the one I'm researching now, Houn, where, you know, that's like their job. You can do pretty much anything in 2018. You can make book bags like my friend Josh Solano. He's an entrepreneur. He works a lot, probably more than the average person does, because, you know, he's got to design these backpacks and distribute them and all that type of junk. But yeah, you can be anything you want in 2018. You can be how do I put this in a more appropriate way? You can be a cam streamer. Yeah, you can be a cam streamer. You can be a YouTube gamer. You can make book bags. I do know somebody named Mvnners. What she does is she used to make inventions. Now obviously she's a little busy with college. She goes to the University of British Columbia. I'll put pictures later after I'm done with this video so you guys can see what she's all about. But when was it? I think I was in 10th grade. My English teacher showed us a video of Mvnners, and she made a flashlight that is powered by human hands, like human heat, so to speak. So obviously I thought that was pretty cool. She's how do I put it? I don't want to say normal, but like she's becoming more of a you know, in terms of like how she acts, it's a bit in step with normal. Obviously she's more of like a retro person. She has a liking towards 1930s, 1940s movies. You know, I can see why, because back then movies had they had substance, and it wasn't all about, you know, oversaturation and the pretty chicks that you see every 5 minutes, and the explosions, and the you know, and all the yelling and whatnot, you know. But yeah, in 2018 anything is possible. You can do whatever you want, especially with technology on our side. You can do any type of business and all that type of stuff. So yeah, that's done. Next question. Okay, this one's a bit more of a political one, so if you do have differing political opinions, please keep the hating to a minimum. I will not have any fanboys from either political party in my comment section. just to let you know, I will not tolerate that. We are a democracy. We respect other people's opinions. But anyways, let's jump into it. So it says here, why do Republicans and Democrats waste time hating each other? And I said, because none of us can agree on a common goal, and America is good at one thing, being a pathetic waste of space. Now, I was a bit more hyperbolic in that one. What I meant was that today, Congress is heavily divided. You guys noticed from the midterm elections. I'm from the state of New York, so I forget what title she held, but Claudia Tenney was voted out in favor of Anthony Brzezinski. So he's in. The Democrats hold the House. Republicans still have the Senate. So there we go. It's divided. So the Democrats are going to be hard pressed to further investigate the Trump administration and what happened during the 2016 election, and Republicans are trying to counter that because they deem it unproductive and so-called there's no proof, which I find funny because recently I just learned that from my European history professor that we actually initiated our own influence in Russia's election back in 1996 because the politician back then, Boris Yeltsin, he was crazy for money and he really wanted American money. So he basically sold out Russian influence in global affairs for basically money in his pockets and money in his friends' pockets. So we gave him a whole bunch of money to basically keep Russia on the down low, and then we did whatever we wanted to do in its sphere of influence and yada yada yada. You guys can go research all about that. But yeah, today Congress is divided. If you don't like how things are turning out, in 2 years will be the presidential election. So I'm pretty sure Trump is running for re-election. Your opinions about him are going to be completely different from mine. I believe that he can do better on a wide range of topics, including gun control, immigration, foreign aid, and a bunch of other stuff. But then again, you know, completely different opinions. We live in a democracy. We respect each other's opinions. We do not live in Central Asia where people shoot each other and execute each other just because of different opinions. So that's that. Moving on to the next thing. Okay, so this is a continuation of the second question I just did. I said basically we're good at getting involved in other people's problems, but somehow can't muster the manpower to fix our own, which is BS. Again, a bit hyperbolic, but simply restating what I just said on the earlier slide. What I tried to say is that we have a lot of issues. Okay, we have a lot of mass shootings. I'm sorry that I'm wheezing right now. I don't know why I'm wheezing. It's kind of bad. But anyways, some of the issues that we have today in our lifetime is police brutality, mass shootings, racism, and a whole lot of ways, more than one, healthcare issues, and all the other stuff. I think the pharmaceutical companies are a pretty big one too. I remember my parents went to go buy, over-the-counter medicine for my little sister because she was sick with the stomach flu and whatnot, and they tried to go buy medicine, and the people at the counter, this is all me just trying to recount what they said, but what they said was they tried to charge them even though they had insurance. Now, I don't know a whole lot about this whole insurance mumbo jumbo, which is why I'm in management. Whoopee. I mean, I'm not in management now, but like I learned a little bit about it. So, you know, insurance and in all of its glory, you know, covers stuff, but you got to pay for it first, and you know, and then there's this and that. And if you guys want to go, you know, research that stuff and say about stuff about insurance down in the comments below, you're free to. But anyways, the pharmaceutical companies basically profit off of people attempting to try to buy medicine, so they hike up the price for medicine from like I forget who it was, but there was a guy named Mvnners. Now, what he did wasn't illegal, it was unethical. I'm pretty sure what he did was he raised the price of a life-saving drug from like $6 to like $800, and people are like, well, I can't afford this. You know, maybe one of my loved ones has a critical condition and I really need this medicine now, but I have to shell out a whole lot of money for it. And that's how the pharmaceutical companies the pharmaceutical companies make a whole lot of money. They basically charge this stuff way out the ass, and they they're like, hey, buy this. It's the only option you have, but you gotta buy it anyways. And we're gonna charge it a whole lot more. But yeah, other problems we have is, funny thing is, despite the fact that we're a democracy, we have the biggest incarceration population in the world. There are other countries like Turkey, which jail the most amount of journalists in the world. China has a pretty big incarceration population, especially with the whole thing going on in its Muslim province, with the whole re-education camps and whatnot. Russia definitely has a big prison population with its jailing of dissidents and opposition parties and stuff like that. You know, people going against Putin. But United States, for some reason, always tends to take it the top. Now, I suspect it's because of petty crimes like, oh, you had weed on you. Oh, you were jaywalking. Oh, you're not supposed to eat this on a Sunday. We have all these obscure rules for a democracy. I believe it is time for a change. You know, again, 2020, go vote. It's gonna be pretty big. I'm gonna be voting. In fact, I voted during the midterm elections. I'm not gonna tell you what I voted for because that's my personal information, but I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, you need to vote, especially if you want to see these issues change. You know, we're stepping into a world that is becoming increasingly volatile, especially with all these competitions between different countries. You have Saudi Arabia and Iran. Recently, with Saudi Arabia, they're still reeling from the whole "I killed a journalist, but I'm trying to deny it" type of thing. Oh god, that voice crack was so bad. But anyways, yeah, they're still trying to dance around the whole journalist murder and that type of stuff. So yeah, it's a crazy world out there, people. Just stay informed and vote, okay? Don't complain if you're not gonna vote. If you're not gonna vote, that's basically telling yourself that you're okay with everything that's going on. You're okay with all the problems that we have in America. So, unless you're voting, do not talk about these issues. Just keep your mouth shut and let someone else talk about them. Understood? Okay. Next question. That was pretty long for a rant, but okay. Nope, that's just the poll. Okay, one of my favorite questions. I said, what inspired you to become a YouTuber? And then I corrected and said inspired. I said my brother made me do it, and I'm kind of glad he pushed me to do it. So, funny story about this one. This was way back in 2016. I was, I believe, 16 or 17 years old. I've heard about YouTube. I did use it. I had an iPod. This is way before I had a phone. Again, this is like 2016. Back then, my brother, Cat Booster, who is probably doing homework right now, was sleeping. He's doing earth science homework, so, you know, give him a best of luck with your earth science homework down in the comments below if you want to or not. But anyways, before I had a channel, I think this was like years before I had a channel, he had a channel, and he basically did the same things that I did, you know, just random topics, you know. He once did, what was it? He did vlogs, a little bit here and there. He didn't do a whole lot. Some of the vlogs I'm still trying to find, like if there's any little bits and pieces of files still dancing around and seeing if I can recover them, but apparently not, because once you delete a YouTube video permanently, it's gone permanently, which kind of sucks. I wish there was like backup files and whatnot, but that's just how YouTube works. But anyways, he did things like 4th of July vlogs. The other thing he used to do was Nerf gun reviews, which is beyond me, but okay, that's just something he did. He also did like, I don't think he did skits. In fact, my first video was a skit on YouTube. Speaking of skits, I am trying to do a skit with my brother. He says somewhere around Christmas. Right now, I got him to work on his his big music video that he's gonna do soon. He says it's gonna be big. It's gonna be about 20 minutes long. It's gonna be a whole wide array of songs and whatnot. It's gonna get you in different emotions and stuff like that. But yeah, so he encouraged me to do YouTube because he's like, hey, you have a YouTube channel, right? So I was like, yeah, I guess. I mean, granted, if you do make a Google account, you automatically have a YouTube channel. You just need to verify, go through the verification process and whatnot. You know, select your banners, select your profile pic, and then bam, you got a YouTube channel. So it's not as hard as it looks, people. Just figuring out what to do with your YouTube channel is a little bit harder. You know, figuring out what videos you want to do, how to differentiate yourself from the rest. So right now I'm at 74 subscribers, so keep showing me love. We'll get there. We'll get to 100 subscribers, and then maybe 500, and then 1,000, and I can finally get monetized and make money off of this joint. But yeah. So he pushed me to do it. He was like, you have a YouTube channel already, so why not post some videos on there and stuff like that. Obviously, you guys know from a ways back when you guys first subscribed to my YouTube channel, I did a skit. Now, obviously, this didn't sit well with my parents, and you can go watch that video. I think it's like some of my earlier videos, but you can go watch that. Explains in detail what that's about. So, yeah, that's it. He inspired me to do YouTube, and he got me to do it, and I'm pretty glad. This is like my creative side. You know, I'm a big patron of the arts. I do a little bit of photography here and there. As a child, I did write stories and stuff like that. I'm still writing stories, just need to get around to it. I do draw. Back then I drew a lot. Still trying to draw today, you know, whenever I get the time and all. So yeah. In terms of YouTube, artistic, you know, it just brings out the artistic side of me, and my brother pushed me to do it, so yeah. Next question. This one is stupid, so we're just gonna get through this one fast. Someone said, what that mouth do? And then I said, talk shit and take names. So this is a Guardians of the Galaxy reference. I think this is back in, like, you know, Avengers Infinity War. So if you guys watch the part where, like, Tony Stark first meets the Guardians, you'll get what I'm talking about. But moving on from there. So this question, I want to make a special shout out because he is actually one of my best friends. He's actually what got me through a chunk of high school. So high school was a sort of a horrible time for me. I was trying to figure myself out, trying to figure out what I want to do with life, figuring out how do I get to that popularity stage that everyone just seems to just peak at, especially the girls. I was, a while back, I think it was like a couple days ago, I was watching Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. You guys need to watch that movie, by the way. It's rated R, by the way, but you'll find it funny if you're into those type of shock comedy and all that. But one of the characters was like, in junior year, that's when all the girls turned to sluts. Excuse my language, but I found it kind of funny. So it does work in the same way, but yeah. So my friend's name is Isaiah Navarro. He's the one who came up with this question, and he said, how did I make high school for you? And I said, way too litty. Now, he was one of the more popular end of people. He's in Texas now, I think. He bounces back and forth between Dallas, Texas, and Utica, New York, which is where I live. So that's cool. And yeah, he was one of the more popular end of people. Everyone liked him. He was like the class clown. He did get into trouble here and there, but then again, that's a lot of people in high school because they come up with these really stringent rules and they're going to follow, especially our stupid dress code, which for some reason I think they're still trying to enforce and basically giving themselves a pat on the back like it's going to do something for them. But anyways, yeah. Shout out to Isaiah Navarro. He's been a really good friend of mine. Still pretty funny, by the way. And I'm not sure exactly what he's doing, but I wish him best luck in all of his endeavors and stuff like that. He's doing pretty good in life for himself. I feel like he can do great things. And then he followed up and said, "Miss you, bro. Hope everything is well with you." And I said, "Miss you too, bro. Come through at UC sometimes." Now, granted, he is in Texas right now, so he's gonna be pretty hard pressed to come to UC anytime soon. But if he does, you know, that'd be pretty cool. We can get like a final meetup, you know, a meetup of the bros from high school. But yeah. Once again, shout out to Isaiah Navarro. He's a pretty good friend. He's a pretty funny guy, actually. Word around the street has it that he's pretty popular with the ladies, so not sure if that's still a thing, but hey, some people don't change. Hopefully he doesn't, because he's a pretty funny guy. This question is sorry, my throat is killing me. Sometimes it does that. So this question is from my friend at Utica College. I first met her this year, actually. So she just got enrolled into Utica College, so she's a freshman going through the same stuff that I went through last year. So she's pretty new. She's a pretty nice person. Her name is Rebecca. I can't pronounce her last name because I'm gonna butcher it really bad, but I think it's Hedeen. I am so sorry, Rebecca, if you're watching this. I'm sorry that I butchered your last name, but let's just say I'm gonna call you Rebecca H. Before I go into depth with what she said and my answer, I actually do know, I think 4 Rebeccas, 4, not 3, 4. There is a Rebecca in my European history class. She's like the super depressed, I don't care about my grades type of person. I'm sorry, this is so bad. This happens all the time when I do a video. So there's this Rebecca, the one who's giving out the question. There's the Rebecca in my European history class. There's the Rebecca, her name is I forget what the heck her last name is, but she is like she's the one that leads our club. Now I believe next year she's transferring over to a Massachusetts college, simply because she doesn't like her major at UC and she wants to do stuff with video game design and whatnot, which I thought was cool. So she's passing down the reins of leadership for our club to another person, which I thought was pretty cool. If I do find the name of her last name, I'll bring it up or not, I don't know yet. Oh god, that was bad. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. There was a lot of things wrong with me today. But the 4th Rebecca, I'm gonna give this one a special attention. So her name is Rebecca Townsend. So the interesting thing about her is that unfortunately she's no longer with us. She passed away. It's gonna be about 3 years now, so rest in peace, Rebecca Townsend. How she got famous was, I'm gonna link it down in the description below, and I'll post some pictures and whatnot. How she got famous was, which is the unfortunate side of things, because she shouldn't have to be famous for this. But back in her sophomore year, which is like way before I was even in high school, I was probably like in 8th grade or something, being my mischief self. Speaking of which, in 8th grade I got suspended, in school suspension, like 2 times, and I pretty much failed like 3 classes, but they decided you can go on to high school, which I thought was a really bad idea. I felt like they should have held me back at least a year or so, or half a year, just so I can get my act together. But yeah, in her sophomore year of high school, she wrote down a list of things that she wanted to do in her life. Now, I don't remember off the top of my head. Again, I'm going to link an article down the list below, in the description below, I meant. But, her list involved a whole lot of stuff. There was one to, like, go to Spain, kiss a guy under the rain, you know, pretty typical girly stuff. One of the ones that happened to catch everyone off guard was she said that she wanted to save a life. Now, fast forward July 2nd, 2015. Now, I forget when, it was like a month before that. She got the acceptance letter to the University of Notre Dame for you French people out there. Don't comment on my French speaking skills, it's been a while. But she got accepted to Notre Dame, the university. I think it's like in Ohio or something like that. And just hours before she unfortunately passed away, she got the whatchamacallit, the keys to her dorm room. So she just figured out what her dorm room was, like the number of her dorm room, whatever. But basically what happened was it was her friend and her. They went to go see some fireworks. This was like 2 days before July 4th. So they're seeing fireworks and they're having a jolly good time and whatnot. And then they crossed the street and some 23-year-old lady douchebag, probably didn't see him or just whatever, I don't know. It kind of hurts my heart just to talk about this. I don't know if you can feel it in my voice and whatnot, but what happened was they were crossing the street. Now this lady douchebag comes out of nowhere, speeding down the street, and they were crossing the street. The car gets closer and closer and closer, and I don't think it's slow. They said it wasn't slowing down. It was like it was going really fast. Now it hit them both, but what happened was she pushed her friend off to the side, and then she took the full force of the impact. Now her friend got hit too, but they were both in the hospital. Her friend made it, but she didn't, and it really sucks. If you check out her Instagram, it's a memorial now. It's called at Remembering Rebecca. I highly advise you to check it out, but she died before she even got to go to college, which sucks. So for those people out there, especially the people in Utica who think speeding down public way is fun, think about Rebecca. Think about what she could have done had that car not sped up and saw her and then actually slowed down to let her cross. She could have gotten into her favorite college. She should have graduated. I believe it was next year. She was in the class of 2019. So her friends graduating, all her friends are graduating except her. She will never know what it will be like to go to college, all because some douche had the audacity to speed up in her car. So if you want to take a moment of silence for her, you can go ahead. I'm sorry that this is taking up a chunk of my video, but I just thought I would let you know. So yeah. She died July 2nd of 2015. And that death could have been avoidable. So please go the speed limit. You never know who's gonna be like crossing the street when on. You never know whose lives you'll destroy. Rebecca was an awesome person. She could have been your friend. She could have been anybody's friend. She was in a number of programs. One of the programs was called She's the First. It promotes women's education and that type of stuff. So yeah. So rest in peace, Rebecca. That was kind of a downer. Okay, so we got that out of the way. It's almost 10:30 now at night. So let me gather my strength. Let me get out of this morbid mode. Now that we're done talking about Rebecca Townsend. Again, if you want to know more about her, I'll link a story down below. Follow her Instagram. Her Instagram profile. It's a memorial now to her memories and all. The last they've posted was last year on her supposedly what should have been her 20th birthday, but she died before she even got to go to college and celebrate her 20th birthday and whatnot. So yeah. Anyways, this Rebecca, who is very much fortunately alive right now, she said, "What made you choose UC?" And now my response was, my parents forced me to go to UC. If I had the choice, I would go to an art school far away from Utica. Now, as you guys know, we Uticans don't like Utica all that much. It's boring, there's nothing to do, there's a lot of problems around here, a lot of snitches, a lot of snakes in the grass, that type of stuff, a lot of drama going around. So when my friends were applying to colleges, and when college came around, they all left. They're gone. I'm still here with some of my friends because some of my friends can't afford to go off to those faraway colleges in either Utica, like close to Utica, or like far away from Utica, or even out of state. Not too many people can afford that. So anyways, I'm stuck here in Utica College. Now, there was a little bit of a backstory as to why I didn't go to art school and why I didn't become an artist in general. It had something to do with my grandma. If you watch my other previous videos, I do talk about it. I'd rather not be in a more somber mood right now after talking about Rebecca. It's a tragedy how her life has ended, but again, just be careful out there. Don't destroy people's lives. My voice cracks are killing me. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm here in UC. Hopefully I can make something out of it. Alright, next question. This one is a bit more fun. This one's a little bit funnier. So, I'm sorry this video is going to be really, really long. I really am sorry. Again, I just wanted to give a little bit of a shout out to Rebecca Townsend. She didn't deserve to die like that. She really didn't. Now, this comes from a friend. Her Instagram is @NorahsDime. Now, she said, "What's something you want right now?" And I said, a good camera, hella subscribers on my YouTube channel. Guys, come on, I'm still at 74. Come on, guys, get me to 5K. You guys need to step your game up. Make my YouTube channel known to the world. Okay, so I said that, and then I said weed, because, weed is just awesome. It's in the midst of being legalized nationwide. Still some work to be done, but yeah. And to not be a virgin anymore. Yeah. I'm still a virgin. I'm 20. I haven't banged anyone yet. It's okay. Still waiting for the right person. But if not, then, I'm not going to sweat it. I'm still going to be alive. I'm still going to be doing my thing. Still doing YouTube. If I don't have a girlfriend, I don't have a girlfriend. It's all to it. But yeah, there's that. Oh, so when I was making these questions, these set of questions were around Halloween time, so this is like October-ish. So my friend, his Instagram is Poppy Flame. I'll show it up on here. But his real name is Nick Clark. Again, he's a good friend of mine. We did get into some goofy stuff in middle school. Pretty good guy. I don't think he goes to college. He did say he was gonna work, so you know, best of luck to him and his endeavors. You know, not college. College is not for everybody. So he said, "Are you ready for that spooky season?" And I said, "As long as I don't see any thirst trap hoes on Halloween, then it's litty." So here's the deal with Halloween. You got the girls that dress in their skimpy outfits and whatnot. I don't have a problem with that. It's the girls who dress up in skimpy outfits and think they're all that. You know, they're the popular girls who basically get to shit on everyone else because, you know, they have more popularity than them, they have more friends than everybody else, and they're like, well, I'm in a skimpy Halloween costume. I'm gonna get railed by the football team. I'm gonna have them run a train on me, you know. I'm like their very own public transportation. But yeah, other than that, I don't have a problem with women dressing up the way they want to. You know, I'm not really in the position to speak about that. I'm not a lady, so yeah. Halloween for me was kind of boring. I had homework, so I couldn't really do much anything. But you know, I'll see what happens next year. So this next question is from a person I don't really know all that well. Her Instagram is @RavaLowkey. Her question was, how was your day? And I said I got most of my homework done, so I say that it's been pretty productive. So this year I've been pretty productive with my homework. What happened last year was, you know, something major happened. It's the reason why I'm not a bio major anymore. But again, I'll leave that for a separate video. So this year I've been pretty productive. I've been seeing my professors a lot. Next semester is coming up soon, January 14th. I hope this streak continues, you know, for my successful endeavors, my successful streak of doing things. You know, I've been doing my homework like a month before it was due, so it's pretty nice for me. I also do a lot of extra credit. I keep myself engaged with the professors, which is a key thing, by the way, in college. Always stay in touch with your professors. So, next question. Okay, so I stopped linking people's Insta and the answers for some reason, but this person said, how's college going? And I said, so much work and never enough time to go around. That one's pretty self-explanatory. That one explains itself. You know, college is a busy time, do a whole lot of stuff here and there, got all these activities, got places to go, people to meet, places to party at, things to study for, that type of stuff. Clubs to join. This person said, how's life going so far? And I said, pretty good, which is true. My life has been going pretty good so far. Oh, yeesh. This video is going to be really, really long, isn't it? Anyways, yeah. So life's been pretty good. I've been uploading a whole lot more, which, by the way, you guys need to go check out my content. I need more views. It's not the same as before. You know, back then a lot of people used to watch my stuff because, you know, it was high school. Pretty close-knit. It was a close-knit community. A lot of people watched my stuff. Had hundreds of views. You know, let's keep that going. Let's keep that going, people. I think this is the last question, is it? Yep. So the last question is school hard? And then I said, with this very philosophical question, no, not question, answer. I said, life's hard. It just depends on whether you want it to be hard or not, which is true. You know, life can be easy, life can be hard, but it's all dependent on the decisions that you make in your life. You know, you choose the path towards your, you know, for those Christians out there, you choose the path towards your salvation, quote unquote. You know, it starts when you're born. You know, when you make that first decision, you know, you have to make the right decision. You know, obviously, life's gonna throw some obstacles here and there, but we humans have to overcome them. You know, especially for those people who say, I can't do it, you know, how do I do it? There's always a way to do something. You know, look at me. Still doing YouTube, 2 years strong, still at 74 subscribers. Yaskino only been doing it for about a couple months and he's already at 40k. Hey, you know what? I'm not that concerned. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. He's gonna do what he's gonna do, you know, despite the fact that I've been trying to persuade him not to do the stuff that he's doing, but, you know, then that's just that. Speaking of which, he has done another mystery box video, so you guys might see another update video by me. I'm gonna go watch it, see what that's about. I've already watched it, but I'm gonna see it again. Catch some details here and there, and then I'm gonna make a review video on that. Obviously, he went against my objections, or either that, or just not a lot of people have either seen / shared the video. So that was that. So expect another review video on that, and so yeah. Life can either be easy or hard. Just make the right decisions, or the wrong decisions if you want life to be a little bit more fun and chaotic. So yeah. Okay guys, this is it. I'm sorry that it's been a bit of a downer in the middle of the video because I was talking about Rebecca, but then again, you know, I wanted to bring her up because I felt like she's done a lot of things in her life that were really important and that her life shouldn't have been cut short. It sounds like I'm sponsoring her, but I'm not. You know, I'm just trying to address that. For her parents watching, I'm really sorry that your daughter has passed. It's a real tragedy what happened. It's a tragedy that could have been prevented, but life just likes to throw things at us, and life does have a pretty sick sense. Has a pretty sick sense of humor. But yeah, this is a bit of a different video, guys. I hope you guys liked it. Again, get me to 5k. Get me to 5k, people. And I will get Josh Solano to make Urban Wasp backpacks with my logo on them. They're custom made with some designs thrown here and there. Speaking of which, design-wise, comment down below or just in my, I forgot where it is. There's this YouTube function where it's like a public wall sort of thingamajig, so you guys can just comment there what kind of design you want. You know, do you want it to be like out there crazy, or do you want it to be like low key? You know, go comment what kind of design you want for your book bag. But yeah, again, this is a different video. This is a bit of a questionnaire. This shouldn't have been that long, but I spent a lot of time on Rebecca Townsend. I also did stutter on. There was a whole lot of voice cracking here and there, but you know, shit happens. Excuse my language, but stuff does happen. So yeah, guys, in order to honor Rebecca Townsend and how she died, not even just how she died, but like just honor her life in general, do something nice. Take a picture of it, and then, you know, when you're commenting, like when you're posting the description in your picture, don't forget to put the hashtag remembering Rebecca. It's a nice way to spread that positivity all over Instagram, especially in a world where there's a whole lot of negativity going on, especially with that whole Offset and Cody B type thing. I don't want to hear about it anymore. It's stupid. But yeah, go follow her page, show it some love. I mean, really show it some love. It's pretty tragic how she died, or passed away. Died sounds like such a harsh word, especially for her case. I'm sorry for the voice crack. It happened again, but yeah. Honor her life, all the stuff that she did. Go check it out. I'm gonna link her memorial page in the comment section below or in the description, whatever. But yeah, guys, I'm sorry that it's a little bit somber, but just gotta address that out there. So like, subscribe, comment, and enjoy this video. It's something different. I hope you guys liked it. If you guys want me to do these more often, comment down below. I do try to get some feedback. It's a bit minimal at best, but any type of feedback is appreciated. So, peace, guys.